Here's James Rolfe's awkwardness in a nutshell.
When it comes to video game promotions, one of the weirdest was Sega's hotel sponsorship. I cut my thumb.
And even after acknowledging it in the video, he awkwardly hides it to keep us from noticing right after he just pointed it out. This isn't the nerd, this is James peeking through. Like, are you self-conscious about this, James? I thought perhaps this had something to do with the episode, but no, it doesn't. This is Every Nerd ranked 198 Sega VHS tapes. This episode is a very low-rated and commonly requested one. When I first watched it, I thought, I think this is bad, but can't put my finger on anything in particular. In a lot of ways, it's the same passive, modern AVGN shtick with one thing that sticks out.
And kids go, Paul Joe!
The content he's reviewing itself. I have a running theory that if the content James is reviewing is inherently off-putting, then that's going to have an effect on fans' perception.
Because next to Sega video games, food is my favorite thing in the techno jungle.
I think that's what doomed Horse Prince from the start, and no, I'm not trying to defend Horse Prince again, but I do think there's a trend that if the media reviewed itself is viscerally off-putting, then the video is far less likely to work. Now, James says these VHS tapes
Are some of the weirdest things I've ever watched. I mean, almost as weird as plumbers don't wear ties.
Okay, alright, come on. Now, if we're gonna start comparing this to plumbers, I'm sorry, then I'm gonna have to do another Jimmy versus Bimmy for all of you to compare.
Why all the wacky filters? Why does it keep showing a naked guy lying in bed? Why is there a panda in a car on the bed?
There's also a strobe light or something that keeps going off. This tape is an assault to your senses.
Now why is it just a head of a panda? Why would there ever be a floating head of a panda next to someone's bed?
Every so often, this weird disembodied head pops up and gives random tidbits about the Sega promotion.
She just happened to have a whip and handcuffs?
Wow, I had no idea she'd actually do it.
Yep, you guessed it. It's the crazy dude in disguise, complete with pigtails.
What kind of fucked up game is this?
It actually feels like it's trying to advertise not to play Game Gear.
And how is it later that night? It's not night. It's not fucking night.
Why am I thinking so deeply into this shit? I'd rather talk about B-dubs. Fucking B-dubs. Yeah.
The story, but I've never seen such a disgusting series of plot choices in my life.
A fucking chicken mask. An upside down fucking chicken mask.
Come to think of it, B-dubs puts a smile on my face.
In Plumbers, we go on a journey with him. He gives us authentic reactions, so we feel like we're a part of it and we can relate. In Sega VHS tapes, it's more of that modern AVGN describing what we're already seeing and slap a poor excuse of a joke onto it.
Annoying 90s fuck who sounds like, I don't know, a mix of Gambit from X-Men and Foghorn Leghorn. Knuckles' Knockwurst sounds messed up. Makes me think they ground up Knuckles into a sausage. He's basically what you get when a bunch of out-of-touch corporate morons try to appeal to the youth of the 90s.
Couldn't have said it better myself, James. Worst thing is that the most interesting content in the video might not have been the Sega VHS tapes at all.
Like those secret video game strategy tapes that I actually rented from the video store.
This isn't right, because I just got done. I didn't go all the way up the wall. So I can't say disappearing. I didn't go all the way up and...
Now, I probably had just left this review as, okay, this was a passable video where I got to learn about this obscure 90s relic and leave it at that. But then they had to end the episode with,
To sum it up, this might be the worst gaming thing I've ever seen, and the worst thing the 90s has to offer in general. It's
alright, I actually had this at a D- tier, but between the steep drop-off from Plumbers,
It's like some kind of experimental art project. If I just made a bunch of shit and put all kinds of filters on it, that would be the same as this miserable pile of fuck.
to whatever this shit is,
up Howard Johnson's asshole.
you guys win. F tier it is.